I like Marcus Parsons, but I tell you what, I love Jalen Ramsey. That guy is a beast. I mean, he can cover, he can tackle.
It's going to be significantly worse. Now, the only chance you have is if your defense is playing good, you can hand off and play ball control. But
Welcome to the Everything Goez Podcast with TAK, where sports get loud, the takes get hot, and nothing's off limits. From game day breakdowns to way too early predictions, we're bringing the energy every single episode. Buckle up, because over here, everything really does go.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Everything Goez Podcast. We are happy that you are here. It is pre-Friday, and we are ready to roll. The Seattle Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions, and Sam Darnold can officially check that off his list. Let's see. Derek Carr going to Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, what?
Maybe.
Rudy?
Maybe. NFL honors, man. We'll react to some of the awards that were out there. Tyler Shuck only getting like 6 votes. Henderson only getting like 1 vote. Blew my mind. I think Tedero got a little too many votes than he deserved. And man, pitchers and catchers are reporting, and we are one step closer to spring training. We're one step closer to the World Baseball Classic. But how's everyone doing?
Solid. Good.
All righty, man. Well, media reactions. How we feeling about the Seattle Seahawks?
That was a no-brainer. Drake May got sacked 21 times in the playoffs.
How many? Didn't he have like 30, close to 30 turnovers? Or maybe not that much.
Not 30, but yeah. It's just horrible. They need to work on an offensive line. He set a record for sacks.
Yeah, there was
the left side. I think was the first 2 rookies to start in a Super Bowl, also, and they didn't give him any help all game.
No,
nothing.
They didn't ship with tight ends or anything.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what though, Seattle Seahawks, man, they look good, and they're young. And it's amazing too for the Patriots, who are still a young team. I mean, that's Vrabel's first year. They went from 4 wins last year to 14 wins in his first season as coach. I mean, that's unheard of. And I mean, they spent the most money in free agency, and you can see why it worked. Drake May, man, that's only his 2nd year in the league. Second place by Matthew Stafford and MVP voting. I mean, the Patriots are back. The Seattle Seahawks, I mean, that's the boom squad all over again.
They're a deep team, and I mean, rumor is here the Wilfs are the owners of the Vikings. The Wilfs are pissed that they let him walk out the door. But it's like, I mean, you can't foresee that happening. But at the same time, he was the best quarterback on the team last year, so they are locked and loaded. I think Seattle could repeat, frankly.
Yeah, but honestly, though, Sam Darnold didn't look all that good in the beginning. I mean, the only thing that kept them in that game was their run game. And if New England's run defense showed up, that would have been probably one of the lowest scoring first halves in Super Bowl history. And I mean, would they have like maybe 120 yards combined passing between the two teams at half? So I mean, if you like defensive football, that's what it was all about right there.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you saw Sam Darnold trying to fit some tight windows. I mean, the defense was great. Defense was incredible. I mean, when he missed what's his name? Jackson Smith, wide open down the field in the first quarter. Man, that was crazy. It was great. It was a good game, man. It was cool to see 2 young teams. You know, I feel like the past 5 years, you've seen the same teams, the Chiefs, the Eagles, you know, Tom Brady with the Buccaneers. Like, you've just been seeing the same team, the 49ers. It was cool to see 2 teams that you haven't seen in a while. And, man, huge shout. I mean, we on this podcast said Kenneth Walker. I mean, is he kind of done in Seattle? I mean, you go into the postseason, and Kenneth Walker is going to get paid now. I mean, I would take him on the New Orleans Saints. They need run game help.
Vikings.
That's your MVP of the Super Bowl. And you saw, I mean, throughout the playoffs, the way he is patiently able to take the ball and stop and find a hole and just accelerate right through it and make guys miss is insane. He struggles a little bit in the pass blocking game. But I mean, he is a fantastic runner. And the whole like joke where the GM and like Kenneth Walker, they're all drinking on the parade and stuff. And the GM's like, man, Kenneth Walker's trying to negotiate a contract over here with me. It's the wildest thing.
Well, he wasn't in good graces with them, and Charbonnet got hurt. So he got to shine again. That's what helped him out, because if Charbonnet was there, they would have been leaning on him a lot more than Walker, because Walker was out the door in training camp.
Yeah. Why I think it's wild to if you put yourself in Charbonnet's shoes, it has got to be a gut-wrenching feeling knowing like I'm in the Super Bowl and I'm not playing. And the chances, like obviously everyone in the building's like, we might be back. But like just imagine his career finishes and he never goes back to a Super Bowl ever again, and knowing the only one you got didn't even get to play.
Well, so Walker's a free agent this year. Sharps is next year, so they got to do something. Seattle,
they can't sign both of them.
Yep, yeah. I'm curious what kind of deal Kenneth gets.
Come to New Orleans,
dude, and not only that, but watching. So I had Kenny Walker in fantasy football, and watching him a lot of the year. I didn't watch a lot of games, but every time I'd pay attention, he'd break a runoff or have like a good drive, and they put Sharps in on goal line a lot of the time, which is, I mean, fine. I expect that to happen next year too, but it's like after what he showed in the playoffs and his skill, just kind of patiently waiting, like you said, Ty, you got to get him more touches, I think, next year. But I think they strategically kind of built a team to give him touches later in the year.
You think they could be a good boom and zoom like Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram were, like very good complementary backs? Or do you think like both these guys deserve to be like the back somewhere else?
They're both workhorses. They're both starting backs.
Kenneth's like what, 25?
Yeah.
They're both young. They're both.
That perspective is interesting too, where it's like, you have Jeremiah Love, right? Take the Saints, for instance. Jeremiah Love, everyone, and I would love Jeremiah Love. We have an aging Alvin Kamara. Kendra Miller can't stay healthy on the field, right? And then, so you think about it like this. It's almost like when you trade a first-round pick. Do I sign someone who is established in the league already, and you know what you're going to get? Like, say the Saints are they're going to give money to Ken Falk. They're debating between that and drafting Jeremiah Love in the first round, who was electric in college. But obviously, you're taking a swing on, right? Anything can happen when they get to the pros. And that's like that's the cool mindset. I'd love to have a GM on here one day. What goes into like, we could give Kenneth Walker this money. We know on tape what we're going to get from in the pro level. Or we take that swing at a young kid in the college league and see if he's good.
I think honestly you don't got to spend a lot of money on a running back. I mean, you should put your money in your offensive line. If your line's good, your running back's going to be good. And same with your quarterback. Darnold was horrible with the Jets. He was horrible with Carolina. He went to a team that had a good offensive line, good run game, good scheme, good weapons, and he looked like an all-star, So I wouldn't spend $19, $20 million on a running back. I'd be putting that money into the offensive line.
That's a big story though around the league though too. Is you look at guys like Baker, you look at guys like Sam Darnold, Mac Jones, guys that like the big theme is patience, right? Like these guys that struggle early on their career because maybe they didn't play a lot of collegiate game level football, and then they get behind certain coaches, and we talk about the car wash treatment, and it's such a true thing. Like not every guy is going to be a guy like a Tom Brady that just comes in right away and wins. I mean, Tom Brady sat for a little bit too, though, so like it shows you the importance of like sitting behind a guy maybe for a year, learning from a new coach who is just very good at developing talent behind the scenes. Like you see it left and right. I mean, Tyler Shuck, New Orleans Saints, they didn't start him right away. They let him sit.
Yep. Continue to draft that offensive line, improve that. And even like I look at Mayfield, Brissett, Geno Smith, even some of these guys where it's like you give them time, they can play till they're 40 damn near. These on cheaper contract, Darnold, all these guys are still talented enough, especially with the lack of penalties called, or the absorbent amount of penalties called on the defense for hitting quarterbacks.
Drew Brees just said that he would be still playing today if his arm wasn't the problem.
Well, my thing is too is you have a lot of running backs out there that in this league that had severe injuries that are coming back. Like Javonte Williams, he came back, had a great season. You got J.K. Dobbins out there. You got guys that you could probably sign for a minimum to come play for you.
Travis Etienne, man, you got some big free agent running backs: Etienne, Breece Hall, Rico Daddle, Kenneth Walker. I mean, those any 4 or 5 of those guys. You know, I'll take Breece Hall. I'll take Rico Daddle. Those guys are electric. Breece Hall, he needs a new scheme, man. He needs a new system.
God, all 3 of our teams, I just realized, need running back. So we're like
Dallas. I mean, Dallas has Javonte Williams. Who's that guy you guys drafted out of Texas?
We don't have Williams. He's a free agent. He's not signed yet. We have Jaden Blue. We have that.
What happened with Jaden Blue? I mean, he was supposed to. You just drafted him this year, right?
But they drafted him. But you got to remember, they picked up Javonte Williams. They picked up Miles Sanders. They picked up these veterans that were going to be your 1 and 2 backs.
Yeah.
And I mean, and we still have Malik Davis, who could be a starter. I say this to Noah all the time. We have a kid that we have been putting on the practice squad, and we keep giving him an opportunity every now and then. And I think you give him a shot. Yeah. I don't think you need to spend big money on it. If you want to build your team, you got to build it from the line back.
Yep.
Just a quick question for you guys. Sam Darnold wins 14 games last year. He wins 14 games this year. It's two different schemes. Has Sam Darnold kind of like solidified himself as a good starter in this league, like maybe a top 15, top 10 quarterback in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think he was on bad organizations. I mean, you put him with the Jets, who are always jinxed. You know, they never have anything good that comes out of that place. You give him an opportunity to go to teams that are like ready to win, and he shows who he can be.
Yeah.
He's accurate. He can run still. He's pretty quick. He sits in the pocket and takes hits. But and honestly, I think he wasn't he close to the most turnovers in the league too.
Well, I was about to say that one of his flaws is he does turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah.
But when you have one of the best defenses in football that only allows like 17 points a game, you can make 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 mistakes a game and still win.
Seattle's an interesting franchise because their GM, he's been able to go through like 2 rebuilds and take 2 separate teams to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be interesting watching them this offseason because, I mean, you look at the Eagles last year, they go to the Super Bowl and nearly 90% of their defensive line, you know, they got their ring, they go getting their money. And all went to different teams. So if I'm Seattle with how young their team is, good coach, good GM, I mean, I'm trying to maintain those players and take it back. I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence, man, he spoke that into existence. That's actually kind of wild.
But you know what's funny? You mentioned the Eagles, and you have a great GM there, but you get players that are a cancer, and look how bad that team is right now. They lost their offensive coordinator, their defensive coordinators. They have 2 offensive linemen that might not be back. You got players that don't want to come there anymore. You got offensive coaches that don't want to come there. Talk about a train wreck. All it takes is one freaking small piece of
Big
cancer
Fangio, I think, is thinking about retiring.
Yeah. One small piece of cancer in your locker room. You don't take care of it, your whole team falls apart.
Wow.
I thought that was Big Dom's role. What's Big?
His job is to protect Sirianni. But 2 years removed from the Super Bowl, and look it's a train wreck.
Yeah. So did you guys watch the Pro Bowl at all?
No.
I watched like the first 2 drives. It was wild to see Joe Burrow standing up there with Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco.
Yeah. That shows you how important the Pro Bowl is anymore. Nobody cares.
I mean, listen, it was cool to see them play some flag football. I'm like, what am I watching? What am I doing?
Do they have like a shot clock for the quarterbacks too to get the ball out? Or
there is. After like so many seconds, it's just you're down. It was okay, man. I mean, I felt Shedeur threw a beautiful pass to I think it was Jamar Chase or Higgins went right through his hands. They picked him off. I was like, that sucks for Shedeur. Oh, man. But as one season, good.
You got guys playing offense and defense. That game really doesn't matter. I mean, Jamar Chase was playing defense at one point, had a pick 6.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Pro Bowl's not the same as it was. We talked about that last episode. If you want to hear it, but as one season closes, the off-season chaos starts immediately, and one of the more interesting storylines floating around right now involves a veteran quarterback who may not be done yet in the league. Ace, I mean, Derek Carr. I mean, there's a lot of people reporting. Ian Rappaport.
Kirk Cousins is going back to Minnesota.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to go back to Minnesota.
I think Kirk Cousins is going back to Minnesota.
I think he's still got the house there too.
Yeah, and they're interested in him.
Derek Carr obviously he didn't play last year because of a shoulder injury when he dove against the Giants. The best way I can explain to Derek Carr is Derek Carr. The floor for you for Derek Carr is 8 wins probably. Like he's gonna, if you have talent, they're like he's gonna win games, but he's not gonna take you to the Super Bowl probably. But the Vikings are in an interesting spot where they don't know if they want JJ or not, and you have this amazing team.
Yeah, but the problem is there you have your star receiver who's screaming for a trade without saying I want to trade. You got him saying that they would want more games with Sam Darnold. You got the running back Eric, whatever his name is, coming out saying the same thing. You had, was it the GM that said that they were going to trade JJ McCarthy away? I mean, come on, man.
So much,
come on. That is. So you want to talk about train wreck with the Philadelphia Eagles? I mean, you have a quarterback and a receiver who don't even like each other right now.
It is wild though. They let Sam Darnold walk. And Daniel Jones.
I would be all for Carr or Kirk at this point. I mean, they're going to cost money. They're going to cost, more than Darnold's making, more than Mayfield, more than a lot of guys. Heck,
listen, no matter what you say about Carr, like Carr can play.
Yeah,
he's not going to win you a Super Bowl, but he could play. I mean, he was. I have a couple stats here. Like in his first year with the Saints,
I'd rather have Joe Flacco.
I'd rather have Carr, 100%. I'm not even a Carr fan. Like Carr did not fit the culture in New Orleans. Like they could not stand him because he just didn't fit the culture in New Orleans.
He has one winning season in his career.
But in his first year with the Saints, he had almost 4,000 passing yards with an amazing touchdown interception ratio, 25 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. I mean, he was 4-1 in his last 5 games, and then he started the year off 2-0 before he got injured.
Russell Wilson.
Does he still have to unretire? Or
he would have to unretire, and then the Saints would get a trade. But obviously, the trade value, you're probably thinking anywhere from a 3rd to a 5th, depending if they're going to trade him to like the Cardinals or a team, right? If they trade him to the Cardinals, obviously he's going to start for the Cardinals because they don't want to play Kyler Murray. So at that point, you're probably trying to get a 3rd or 4th. But if you're trading him to a team, Derek Carr is not going to come out of retirement if he's going to go be a backup somewhere.
Yeah,
Derek Carr is probably only going to come out if there is a situation where they're saying, "Hey, we need a quarterback for like a year." And there's amazing talent. Say the Vikings. If the Vikings called Derek Carr and said, "We don't think we're going to play JJ McCarthy," I'm just all hypothetical, right? I'm a fan of JJ, but they said we're not going to play JJ McCarthy this year. You have Justin Jefferson, you have Addison, you have this team, you have Kevin O'Connell, who is amazing with quarterbacks. That's probably something that Derek Carr would be like, "I'm all in."
But to Chris's point, I feel like if Kirk's interested too, between those two, they almost have to go with Kirk.
But I think Derek's younger.
Yeah,
and I understand that, but my whole thing here is like if you bring a quarterback in, JJ McCarthy is done in Minnesota.
Yeah,
if you're going to go over JJ, I think if you don't start JJ next year, he's done. He's done in Minnesota. The damage is done already. You did the locker. He lost the locker room because you have players coming out and talking about him at the Super Bowl. I mean, you have got to either go find another fix like Mac Jones, someone like that, someone young that you can get some mileage out of. But other than that, you're tearing this down again.
I think if I'm Minnesota, I'm bringing someone young in that can compete with him. I don't think Kevin O'Connell is going to give up on him yet. I think he's just a great coach.
Look, honestly, if I'm Minnesota, you're locked into JJ's contract.
Yeah,
trade your number 1 receiver away.
No,
seriously, he doesn't want to be there. If you can get a 1 and a 2 or a 1 and a 3 for him, would you not do it? You still have Addison, you still have other options there, but but that's broke. That's broke. He basically said he got 1,000 yards with a mediocre quarterback, and he's like he doesn't want to play with JJ McCarthy. I'm sorry.
Well, even Wentz,
he screamed, "I want to trade," without saying, "I want to trade."
Yep. Yeah, they're not going to. He's not the diva that's going to come out and say it like that. But there's some relationships broken, and I just go back to like they literally signed Carson Wentz right before like OTAs or going into August, and he was able to build a rapport with Jefferson in the 3 or 4 games he played, even with a broken shoulder.
But my thing is if you trade JJ McCarthy, you're not getting nothing for him. If you trade Justin Jefferson, you're going to get a 1st-round pick, probably a 3rd-round pick, and maybe even a player. So you have to pick your poison here because I guarantee you, mark my words, they're not going to be on the field together next year.
It's also an interesting situation, too, because it's like, is Kevin on the hot seat this year with the talent they've had and kind of how last year folded out? Obviously, JJ got injured here and there. So like, do you bring in somebody as like to save your butt? Like, do you bring in a Mac Jones? Do you trade for a Kyler Murray and have him compete? Do you trade for a Malik Willis and have him compete with JJ?
Lamar, shit, well, no, Lamar's not going anywhere.
This is the problem with these organizations. These players are losing respect for their own players on their team. I mean, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have all these guys coming out talking about Jerry Jones when they trade away Michael Parsons. Now you have an organization where you have one of the best receivers in the league talking bad about his receiver. I mean, you got to hold these guys accountable. The GM should be calling him in and saying, "Look, stop taking this to the media. Shut your mouth, because this is bad. This looks bad for Minnesota." It really does.
Yeah, but I just saw these guys at the the barbershop kind of podcast vibes where they're like, the guy was like, like I walked by CeeDee Lamb, this guy's making like $35 million a year. Like, as a coach, what are you telling him? He ain't listening to you. Like, they're making $35-50 million a year. It's like, are coaches even relevant anymore?
Yeah, it should be, because you came through the ranks from Pee Wee on up, that you respect your coach, you respect the organization you play for.
Different now, though. Kids getting $1 million in high school.
But the only way to make the changes is you find these players.
Yeah,
you control their money. Hey, you make $35 million. Guess what? You went to the media and talked crap about us. I'm fining you $1 million.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you have to have accountability. Look at what's happened to the NBA. The ratings since Silver took over has absolutely tanked because they allow the players to freaking play when they want.
Yep. Yeah.
Trade when they like everything. It's just a terrible product now.
Michael Jordan said it best. We didn't have days off. You played a game for 2.5 hours and then you traveled. That was your day off. The NBA is weak. It's so weak.
Ace, yes or no that you would be willing to you'd be intrigued in Derek Carr coming to the Vikings?
Yeah, I'd be more intrigued than what we have right now. But I mean,
I think, listen, I'm not saying Derek Carr will take a Super Bowl. Like, I think Derek Carr or Kirk Cousins, if they don't roll with JJ, like, I just think with the talent you have and an established veteran in there, like, you saw what Wentz did. Imagine what Derek Carr would do.
Yeah, but Derek Carr couldn't do anything in New Orleans with the talent you had there. I would rather have Kirk Cousins back.
What talent? Every time he played, there was nobody on the field.
But I'm just saying, I'd rather have Kirk Cousins. He knows the system. Bring him in. He knows the receivers. I would if you're going to do it 1 year with a quarterback, I'm doing it with Kirk Cousins.
That's what Ace, if it came down to it,
you want to see some good play with some healthy. When he had some healthy players, you look up week 2 of the 2024 season when Derek Carr rolled into Jerry World.
1 week, Chris. He's got
just watch that tape, man. Okay, it was just 50-yard touchdowns after 50-yard touchdowns. Well, we'll see how the Derek Carr situation develops. There's a lot of smoke right now.
Take Derek Carr.
It's definitely something we'll keep an eye on, but the award season happened. Gives us plenty of debate. Some choices that everyone agreed with, some choices that they didn't. But I have a little words of that here. Where's that? I got it. Don't worry. Here it is. Just a quick glimpse of some of the NFL honors. Obviously, Drew Brees was inducted in the Hall of Fame with Larry Fitzgerald and a couple other people. Love that. I was confused at first because I don't know if I've ever actually watched an NFL honors award. And I just wanted to stay up to see if Tyler Shuck won and Drew Brees. And I was like waiting for them to like come out and like almost announce like the award, not knowing that they already, like when Larry Fitzgerald came out, I thought they were like showing you the people and they were going to tell you who won.
Oh,
and so when Drew Brees came out and then it just went to commercial, I was like, wait, is that it? It was like so anticlimactic. Anyways,
they already knew.
Did anything shock you guys? I mean, defense player, obviously Myles Garrett. I mean, breaks the sack record. Coach of the year. We talked about Mike Vrabel going from 4 wins to 14 wins and going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I don't like Coach of the Year. I honestly don't. If you look at Coach of the Years, I would have went the guy from Chicago, Johnson.
I mean, that's very debatable too. I mean,
he had a harder division. They won a division.
I just think going from 4 wins to Super Bowl. I mean, that's
but
no matter what your schedule is. I mean, that's a massive turnaround.
Look at 4 of those wins though. You know, they came from the Jets and they came from Miami.
I do think schedules.
They didn't create the schedule.
I know. I'm just saying, like you have to weigh all those options, like strength of schedule, division. I mean, it's a great story that Vrabel got there, but why not give it to the coach from Seattle?
Yep. McDonald.
They won the Super Bowl.
The thing that I didn't like is I did not like Tedero McMillan as offense rookie of the year. And that's not even because I wanted Tyler Shuck to win. I think if you really look into Tedero McMillan's numbers, not that great, like against good defenses. And listen, I'm not taking any credit away from him. I think he was a great rookie wide receiver. I just think like when they showed the number of votes for him, I think it was 41. I think Shuck had 6. Jackson Dart had like 2 or something. Henderson had 1. And I was like, how does that even happen? I mean, you're talking about Jackson Dart. Yeah, like I think Tyler Shuck was better than Jackson Dart. But I mean, you're talking about a guy that played well with no talent. And you're talking about Henderson that was an amazing rookie running back. And then Tedero McMillan that 41 votes. I thought that was insane. And listen, I'm biased, but Tyler Shuck, for what he was able to do those last 6 weeks, I mean, he was first in the NFL in third down conversion. He was winning in every NFL stat for rookies. And I was just like, 6 votes? That's insane.
I think they should have AFC, NFC Players of the Year, Coach of the Year. I think they should do like baseball where they have the American League Cy Young, National League Cy Young. I just think that this is ridiculous.
I mean, listen,
that makes sense.
The NFL may have voted for Tedero McMillan, but the people voted for Tyler Shuck, baby. Rookie of the Year, Pepsi Award. Same award that Dak Prescott won his Rookie of the Year. So, he got some, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Dak won 13 games his first year.
He did, but Dak had a loaded team.
I thought Ted deserved it, but the amount of votes probably going his way.
Bro, insane. Like, it's actually disrespectful to some of those guys.
Just playing the entire season, I guess you give credit to that.
But like if you look at his stats, man, like against, I think it was against like top 10 defenses, like he was averaging like under 40 yards per game.
Yep, I have it up. Seattle 1 catch,
like it's
5
baffling.
yards. 1 catch, 5 yards. New Orleans 2 catches, 25. The Rams, he only caught 1 for 43. It was a touchdown.
That's why like I understand him winning, right? And that's why like when I saw the 40 votes, I said that's laughable.
It's kind of up and down. Yeah. That's too much of a spread. Otherwise, I thought the rest of the awards made sense.
I did do comeback player of the year. We talked about Christian McCaffrey being one of those guys. They brought out an offensive lineman award this year, which is pretty cool. I think it should be. I think it should be instead of one player because there's so many offensive linemen. I think it should be like if they were to announce the award, like the Bears offensive line won this award, and they all come on stage and they all get an award rather than just one player.
And I like Chris's point too. The leagues do it how baseball does it, so that you reward both sides.
Like I'm not biased by no means, but I think Dak Prescott should have got comeback player of the year. I mean, he's freaking, but hamstring or whatever was tore completely off the bone.
Yeah, he was one of the finalists. I would have loved to see the votes. I didn't see the votes. Matthew Stafford won MVP. We talked about that, and he on stage with his little girl said that he's ready to run it back next year. So I mean, that basically squashes the offense player of the year. We knew it was me, Jackson Smith. I mean, he had like 2,000 receiving yards.
You're gonna start seeing quarterbacks playing into their late 40s now. You can't touch them.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. The awards were good. I don't know. I don't remember what the moment of the year was. I think one of the ones that were the finalists was when
moment of the year was Dallas Cowboys trade away Micah Parsons.
you see him in like the little cart for the Pro Bowl. That was pretty funny.
Talk about tampering. They're trying to get George Pickens to come to freaking up to Green Bay.
I think he got franchise tagged, right?
Yeah, that's typical though. They have now until it's either June 15th or July 15th to get a deal done. But this way, if he does try to sign with somebody else, they have to give us compensation, like a first round pick or whatever.
Okay.
That's why they do that.
Well, while football is winding down, we're really excited for the off season, which is not far away. Like next month, man, this is going to be very exciting. It's 1 year ago that Kellen Moore was hired, so I'm happy for him. I can't wait for free agencies. I cannot wait for free agency and the NFL draft. But baseball's just getting started, baby. Spring training, pitchers and catchers have deployed.
Is it this weekend?
Is it? They're down. I mean, listen, they're down there. They're down there.
They started the 12th.
World Baseball Classic is coming up very, very fast, and I think the World Baseball Classic might be at its prime right now. You also have some of the Olympics going on right now. The mixed, the co-ed curling has been amazing to watch. But what are we excited? I mean, are you guys excited for baseball to come back? Because I am.
More so the classic.
I've listened to like so many Aaron Boone interviews and all these different Yankees podcasts, and man, I'm fired up because there's so many people like, oh, the Yankees are just running it back with the same team. But if you take a deeper look on it, at the beginning of last year, they had a team. And at the end of last year, they had a different team, right? Because they made some moves at the trade deadline. And that team at the end of the year was definitely better, in my opinion, than the team in the beginning of the year. And they're rolling in this year with that team, right? I got a picture here. Right. So this lineup isn't even a bad lineup for rotation, and that's not even our starters.
No.
Wait,
So Carlos Rodon by Aaron Boone's timeline, he said that he will be weeks, if that, by opening day. Like he'll be back. And after him, Garrett Cole's already throwing.
Oh God.
Right? Cam Schittler, how do you say his last name? I might have screwed up there. This kid, he pitched one of his first starts was Boston in the playoffs. Kid throws 100 miles an hour, had like 9 strikeouts. He is so good. And Will Warren, it was his first year, and there's already people hating on him. He wasn't even bad. I mean, these guys are going to develop. Weathers, the guy we traded from the Marlins.
Yeah, listen, 5 players for him. Don't even know anything about him.
Oh, that was
the Yankees.
Oh wow,
the Yankees. If you look at the Yankees roster, that is not a bad roster.
God, Twins is bad. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, look at that. Ryan McMahon gets a full offseason with the Yankees. He gets traded the deadline. Has an amazing glove, right? Volpe's injured for a little bit. They're hoping that when he comes back, he'll play well. They're high on him. A lot of the fans aren't. Jazz is back. Giancarlo, amazing season last year.
Goldschmidt back too.
Goldschmidt, a lot of people were confused, but so many people are like, that guy. And Aaron Boone even got an interview. He said, probably the best man I ever met in my life. Like he's an amazing guy to develop Ben Rice because in the franchise's eyes, Ben Rice is the next guy to be hitting with Aaron Judge. I mean, like the next big guy to help lead the franchise. And Ben Rice is so young and he just needs more at bats. The only guy that's a questionable guy is the Martian. What the heck's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Jason Dominguez.
He got like 20 at bats at the second half of the season last year or something like that.
There's no room for him.
That's the thing. There's no room for him. And when they try and move him around the outfield, he struggles at certain positions because he's
and he had a bad offseason down in the Dominican League. He didn't do very well in the Dominican League this offseason. So, I mean, they should trade him.
I just don't think people expected Trent Grisham to be as good as he was for the Yankees. We got him, and they were like, "Who?" I was like, "Who the heck is this guy?" And now you look at the lineup, and you're like, "Where does he go?" You got Belly in left, you got Trent in center, and you got Judge in right. Judge ain't moving. Belly's not moving.
What's the shortstop? Who is Volpe?
Volpe's hurt. I forget what he's dealing with, but he should be back. Like
that's depth.
Yeah, so we have where's it at? We have Cabello
in the errors last year.
I don't know. We have Jose, who's good.
I think so.
And they just traded for some kid from the Athletics, Ryan something, who is more of a for his glove than his at bat. He's an amazing fielder. Can play shortstop, second base, third base, pretty much everywhere besides catcher and pitcher. So it's gonna be interesting, man. That's a solid lineup to me. You gotta think.
Hey, guys, this is a good sign. You got a black and white cat right here for the Yankees colors. So, like,
I'm excited for opening day. I'm excited for the World Baseball Classic. USA's lineup is insane.
Yeah, I like opening day. I'll watch the Classic and then I'll watch the playoffs. That's about it.
Opening day.
Have they? I might be in the same boat as Chris. Have they done this exhibition? So what I'm looking at is like
not yet. I don't
for
think.
Instance, play Panama.
Or no, that's coming up. It's coming up. Yes, that's coming up.
Cat cam.
Watch out.
Yeah, like Jazz Chisholm's playing for Great Britain, and like some people are like, "Yeah, he'll be back in a week." They're not making it that far. They play USA, and somebody was like, "Get your tea bags ready."
They said Puerto Rico might not even be in it this year.
No, they're dealing with like insurance
issues.
Yeah.
I'll quickly say the Twins finally fired the GM. A lot of fans here were happy about that. And he was like director of, he had a couple different roles, which frankly is, probably muted me for all I know. Way too many roles for this guy, number one. And it sounds like ownership, the brothers are kind of infighting to see who's supposed to take charge of the team, which I kind of like. So we'll see. Maybe the Twins sign some guys moving forward. I doubt it until the ownership team is actually, the Pohlads actually sell. But a few good signs coming out of Minnesota here before the season starts.
You see Verlander went back to Detroit.
Yeah, they did. And they have a good team, man.
Yeah.
I haven't been this excited for baseball in a long time.
I just hope the Yankees do well with their injuries at pitching. I don't know. I think they're going to start slow And I just hope Toronto doesn't build a huge lead, and the Yankees are just
Toronto. I think Toronto lost Bo.
They're gonna be.
They lost some players. I just think when you look at the Yankees starting lineup here, 2 of these guys could move to the bullpen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yep, and that's one of the issues that the almost the Cowboys. That's one of the issues the Yankees have. They lost a lot of bullpen pieces.
Listen, I think the Yankees are going to shock people, right? Because I think if the Yankees can make it to the halfway mark, above 500, just say above 500, and they get Garrett Cole, Rodon, and Clark Schmidt back, you're talking about you get some momentum going in that second half with that pitching roster back and that lineup right there.
Dude, as long as they stay healthy. That's what it comes down to it. And as long as they don't depend on the home run, that's I mean, the Yankees lead the league in home runs every year. But
what's nice, they have a bench now too. Like they have guys that can actually go out there and play the field. They're hitting iffy, but like they have good utility guys that we don't have to be like, oh, there's no one to sub in now.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is you just got to find ways to generate runs. You really do. And in this league nowadays, you got to average at least 4 or 5 runs a game to win consistently. And you can't lead the league in home runs and lead the league in strikeouts as well. It's just it's not a good chemistry.
That's why we got rid of Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, that really hot take.
Well, you guys have anything else you want to add?
It's Daytona 500 this weekend.
Oh my gosh, I love the Daytona 500.
Yep.
Ty, go there.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, right now the Clash is on. Not the Clash. The 120s are on right now. Whatever they are, the 125s.
It's on my bucket list to go East.
Daytona. I've driven past the place years ago. Down when I visited.
That's got to be like 3 hours at least for me. I
want
to say
they're huge.
I want to say it's 5.
Is it okay?
I could be totally wrong.
It's north of. I think it's up the coast. It's by Orlando.
Yeah, by like Cocoa Beach, I think.
Orlando's like 2.5 for me, so maybe it's like 3 for Daytona.
Okay.
But the duels are on right now.
Well, all right, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. It's Everything Goes Podcast. Super Bowl. We talked it. Derek Carr is going to the Minnesota Vikings. NFL awards we talked about, and we're excited to break down the NFL offseason coming up. There's a lot we're going to dive into: free agency, what teams are going to be on the move. We got plenty of baseball. I can't wait for the World Baseball Classic, baby. But we will see you guys on the next episode of the Everything Goes Podcast.